Our dwarf fortress, with its delicate fairy tales, desperate follies, dastardly foes,
The mouse devil.
and damn good fun.
What? No!
Kutamilunudizwamid. Welcome one and all to BustBlizzards. My name is Flem Crevice, a god of many talents that
He can burp the alphabet.
No, he can't. That's me. And those are the voices of my co-narrators and lodgers, Gainsborough and Snodford, respectively.
But it was coming from his room.
Oh, I guess that must be. Stop burping on my things! Anyway, yes, we are here with 7 dwarves in a bunker deep underground, sealed off from above and below, in an attempt to survive during a worldwide apocalypse that definitely happened. Trust me, bro. Then so far we've carved out a pretty respectable little hovel. Separate bedrooms, untidy little work area, the captured inferno of my co-narrator's vivaciant poo, the quaint little temple, and the tidy tavern our dwarves go to eat plump helmets and ignore the perfectly prepared meals prepared by our chef. Vivaciant, yes, the state of having life, but without necessarily having thought or feelings. You made that up. All words are made up.
A gargaroo.
That's the spirit.
I sat on my keys.
Talking about somebody's end, I'm sad to say that Cadol met his. Yes, his past caught up with him. That past being that one time he got attacked by langurs. They didn't go easy on him either. Death by 1,000 nibbles. But it's how he would have wanted to go. Choked to death by monkeys. He'd been stuck on the surface with no food, booze, or a change of socks for half a decade. I think the only demise he wouldn't have hoped for would have been going bum first off one of the dunes. Why? Cactus. Oof, yeah. Newcomers to the channel won't know what this is, but
Whoa.
Are you not doing the episode title recap thing? No. It's a pain to have to keep typing out for the script, and John hates having to edit in all the thumbnails. Since when have you started caring about John? No, I absolutely draw the line at figments of my imagination trying to make my life harder for a laugh. Good point, Snodford. Snoddammit. I convinced 7 dwarves the world was ending. Is it convincing if you warp their minds with godly power? Fostering a doomsday cult. TBS checks aren't what they were. Stop it. I did such a good job, I made dwarf heaven. That leading to not a little love. All stand for the death of the baby delivery mole. And then it transpired I'd inadvertently founded a Forgotten Beast fight club. Oh my, you're not supposed to talk about it. Yes, very funny. Can we sit back down now?
A gargaroo.
Oh, stop leaving them on your chair.
I don't got pockets.
Back to the fort. This is the current state of the pot. Frying pan? No. Iron pillars are up, and I've got the dwarves smoothing layers. As I was saying, those newcomers not in the know, literally all of them, should learn that this is our temple to the first court beast at BustBlizzards, the inflammable and flashable Gosmer. Still much more work to do for our effervescent, incandescent, pants-be-missant turd monster's tabernacle, and I'll keep you apace as we progress. Oh, and in all the pot-looking, Aban and Ral snuck off to doff robe and bang their headboard in summoning for the baby delivery mole. Oh, he's dead, remember? Fight it all you want, but this is a family-friendly channel, so I'll continue the subterfuge with my cylindrical, subterranean spawn giver. Thank you. Aban being the cult bridger that she is, she did immediately state the need for her firstborn to be sacrificed to Gosmer. But luckily the door handle is too hot, so the new baby has had a stay of execution via home aloning. And here he is. Mistem. We certainly nearly did. Tomb contain. Named for the fact that these now 8 dwarves will all die in this bunker. I mentioned his mother's sunny disposition. Yes, well, luckily Mistem has inherited patience from neither of his parents, so he can deal with his mother's quarrelsome nature and his father's predisposition for storing food down his pants. What more is there to say? He is a baby. Oh damn, we better start baby-proofing. Aban, grab the pool noodles and the duct tape. Next, I was letting the dwarves continue some work and happened to see the fort's only dog in the fungus falls. A mist room I set up to make the dwarves happy and best of a bad situation with an aquifer. Wondering whether dogs discern pleasure from such things, I opened its mind and had a rummage. This is what I found. I would like to point to my favourite part specifically. The very doggy poor focus and deficit of willpower. The cutting of corners when working on a project tickles me. The living a fast-paced life would be the dog years. She often feels envious of others, like any dog without a shoe in its mouth, and does not often feel lustful. I wish that was never, as again she is the only dog here and the goose gets rather perturbed at being humped. It's all just a bit of silly fun, obviously, but sometimes taking this game seriously leads to more hilarity than making your own stuff up, and I think that's just fantastic. Aha, the cavern fauna have returned! After last episode, where we had all living things in the caverns made not so by our plethora of Robert Paulsons, I thought it would take a bit longer than the couple of months it's been to start seeing them again. But I guess life, finds a way. Wrong film. Get a job! I suppose, what with it being a giant cave swallow, it felt it could hold its own against any and all threats, be they beast or bits of crispy envenomed blood puddles. Yes, and it now can rule the roost in a delightfully literal sense. Oh, it's gone. I wonder what could have chased it off. Is that angry-sounding electric music getting louder for anybody else? The dog I made when I didn't know what a dog looked like beast, Apa Aluwara Thanetha, has come. And oh look, it found itself a little shell.
Little?
No, yes, I suppose actually it is quite large, but I can't help but still see it as a puppy, which it never was, curled up in my lap, purring away, well, as much as it could with the obedience rod in its mouth. That is an awful lot of weird to unpack all at once.
Wait, that looks like the stick you gave me to fix my teeth.
No, nothing like it. What? How about how about we have another round of beast-on-beast violence? I shall release Garatho and... Appa is dead.
It made me feel like a good boy.
So that means we get to keep our bleeding crocodile monster. I have no words. I just wanted him to stop pebble dashing my toilets.
Right.
Oh, you bloody don't. You were complaining as much as me.
Now I can only go with something in my mouth.
Oh, me. Ha! 50 Shades of Graham. Then the baby-proofing begins! In lieu of having any of those wall socket plug protector things, we've decided we need to move the workstations to a secondary location. First we have this room, which we'll attend to later. Then, above Garatho, we have the first layer of the factory district. Just workshops for now, but trust me when I say watch this space. I have plans. Quantum plans. Oh, I can help. No, nobody remembers just the tip. Stop trying to live off that glory. Oh. Then at the top we have a storage stockpile for everything that doesn't have a place elsewhere.
So, they need to lug everything up 3 flights of stairs just to store it.
Yes, but they're dwarves. Sturdy creatures with backs of iron and legs of jelly after that.
You don't like the dwarves much then?
They're fine. Can't help but notice the puddles to ruin the stock. Do stop being such worrywads. It's all just character building. Eeyore or Droopy? Pass. And here is what I was alluding to. Isn't it beautiful? Perfectly aligned and lined stockpiles. Managed by a minecart on a track stop that dumps items into an infinitesimally tall, broad and wide stack of neatly contained items of a single type. Look at the route planner. No, it has me all a quiver. You are one seriously weird dude, me it has been said.
Yeah, just then by Snod.
Yes. Anyway, you can now see Momas performing the task of hauling, which shall take up the majority of everybody's time for the foreseeable future. Once Mistem has grown up out of his put everything in my mouth phase, we'll get him hauling too. What's a little child labour between friends? Exactly! Ho ho ho! Looks like our baby-proofing will have already had, or is having, you're right, just a little tense.
No!
Attis and Thightcut made use of what little leather we brought down with us to fashion the gagging hoods and matching straitjackets that allow themselves to wriggle in a convincingly worm-like manner to entice the baby delivery mole. Keeping them locked up down here is really messing with their sense of propriety. You didn't have to watch it. Ugh. And besides, those two were pretty messed up before they came down here. A choir boy and a girl previously beset by bonobos.
Aren't they the ones what say hello by fuck?
No! Yes!
One of you is wrong.
You're bloody wrong. Anyway, Attis and Thightcut have brought us Kogan Taught Theatres. Sadly, the name Kogan has been ruined by Krug Smash for me. Stupid Gorlak. Kogan, not Krug. And Taught Theatres alludes to this baby's musical ability, which his parents are somehow aware of, and how parenthood will inevitably bring tension to their relationship. Isn't nature beautiful? So, Kogan is number 2. Babies are always a joy, but especially here at BustBlizzards, where the world outside has been torn asunder, as far as anybody knows. Could do with a little less rotting horse, but that can be fixed by the introduction of said horse to our atomizer. Stinky horse remains, meet iron drawbridge. And hey presto, nothing up my sleeves.
You don't got sleeves.
Exactly. The horse is gone. I wonder where items go when they're crushed out of existence by a drawbridge. Based on smell alone, I'd say your room. Walked into that one.
You don't got legs.
Yet I still make the sound of shoes on wood when I walk. Yes, it's a mystery. Doesn't time fly when you're subjecting tiny sentient beings to mental torture? Mistem is now 1 year old, and as such is able to toddle around on his own, performing tasks. If we just wait. Yes, there we are, able to actually walk now, and we got to see it. I'm not quite certain where he got the bright red rubber Wellington boots. There aren't any shoe shops within the bunker. They're probably safe enough. If anybody did leave a note in them explaining their power to alter reality through fervent request to the universe, Mistem can't read. How many people would get that reference, do you think? I don't know or care. I do this for me and me alone.
Mistem's Wish Wellingtons.
And Gainsborough, apparently. Mistem has exactly the type of beard I love on children. What a sentence. And is already beginning to cheer up from the baseline of yellow with farted at the in-laws' dinner. Next project will be this space. With Mistem already active and Kogan nearly there, we're going to need a dormitory for them at least. Then I'm thinking of setting up a guild hall so they can learn some of the many exciting talents our dwarves have. Until then, I thought it would be nice to round off all the dwarves' bedrooms and finally get Thighcut to do his engraving. Once he's completed this charcoal, of course. I mean, we aren't currently using the charcoal, but it can't hurt to have a stockpile. No, he's off to... No, getting himself a drink. And from the brewery with cupped hands, rather than the tavern where we have mugs and booze galore. Nothing like triggering a bad thought for no bloody reason, hey Thighcut? No, and off to make more charcoal we don't need. I'll skip to when he deigns to engrave. Aha, finally! You skipped 5 seconds of footage. Shut up! He's engraving the floor and... done. No, off to have a little nap. We'll have to check his work out quietly. And it's an image of a dwarf. His wife Attis, of course. He's named it Nobot Noton. The spurn of bearing. Yes, it would seem that having a baby has made Attis just the tiniest bit reluctant to engage in pre-mole behaviours, and Thighcut isn't particularly happy with this turn of affairs, hence the engraving.
He's very brave.
It even says it in Dwarvish. No bot, not on. You're such a child. And here it is. Absolutely nothing fancy for right now, but it is up and working. 1 dormitory, ready for Kogan to join Mistem. Though it turns out Mistem is still using his parents' bed, so I don't know. And 1 guild hall, already being utilised by, I think, Ral and Mumas. You think? I'm not bloody checking. I've nearly finished the script.
No, not this again.
Not what?
Ooh, rog, raw.
Did he just get up off his keys? Yeah. The pot is looking super fancy with a lovely iron and wood rim, but the ramps still all need changing so as not to ruin the smoothing job. I'm fairly certain we won't be transferring Gosmer into the temple, but instead just praying to it. Anyway, still needs statues and a roof and loads to do, suffice to say. But with that it is, I'm afraid, time to say goodbye for another fortnight. Now the cork is out, Aban and Attis should get to producing children every 9 months or so, and it is with this flood of power that I hope BustBlizzards shall rise. I could say I have an endgame planned, but we all know it'd be a lie. I'm sort of hoping that as our numbers swell, the surface will become busy with the sounds of searching goblins. Searching goblins with shovels, even. But it could equally all come crumbling down when Garatho realizes it can work a doorknob. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves this time, and I'll see you all again next time. Nanu Zeshon, you most wonderful of individuals.
Anus Eshon.
This is gonna suck.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Now I know my ABCs. Won't you come be sick with me?